And now Play by Cards presents the first Car Universe pay-per-view, CIW Hotter Than Hell.
People, welcome to the first ever CAW Hotter Than Hell pay-per-view. We got a lot going on tonight, so we cannot wait to get the show on the road. Come on, Anderson, come on, we don't gotta do this. We're buddies, right? That's why you're waiting for me here. That's why you parked your SUV right next to my spot, despite it not being yours. It was actually reserved for the Legacy, but you know what? Whatever, I don't care, but come on, you're not about to jump me before our match, right? I mean, if you're gonna at least jump me, do it before I'm about to come out, you know? Brandon, believe it or not, I wasn't here to jump you. I came here to ask you something and propose something. I'll give you my question first. One, why do you have about 2 bottles of white hair dye in your trunk? Wow, you should really get your eyes sorted by a doctor, or like report them into some sort of military grade thing if you can like x-ray vision through my trunk, but don't worry about that. That's just something with my attire later tonight. You wanted to propose me and you, our boys, we got a little bit of common, right? We've got a group that want us to win. The respected leaders of 2 of the greatest wrestling factions. 2 of the greatest. The Legacy is the greatest. Anderson, we've been through this. At least address my group properly if you want to do something with us. Okay then. The greatest faction in wrestling history is backing you, and the best faction, Syndicate, is backing me. So anyway, I'm not here to squabble, okay? I'm simply here to put out a proposition. Aj Foxx, UK Night, do you really think they have the privilege of holding the CAW World title? Because that title represents me and you. It represents our groups. It represents everything. And Aj Foxx, being the champion, he's not even on top of his league. He's going to lose that title by the end of the league anyway. I doubt he'll come back up. And UK Night, do we really want that clown, that drunken clown, lifting a title that is supposed to represent CAW? How would that look on us? A half-drunk Englishman holding a title that represents everything we work for. You see what I'm getting at here? Yeah, well, I mean, good thing that won't happen because I'm in the match. But what are you trying to say here? Look, I'm trying to say the Syndicate and the Legacy, one last time, we both team up, we take out AJ, we take out UK, let's be honest, it won't be too hard, and then me and you share the ring. Anderson Buckley versus Brandon Prince. Imagine that. The match that will go down in history. We don't need to carry Aj Foxx in UK Night. We don't need interferences like that. Me and you will put on a world title banger. What'd you say, old friend? One last time for the road? You know, Anderson, if there's one thing I like about you, you are a damn good negotiator. And I don't know if you're just trying to use this to convince me, but I don't think that clown Aj Foxx or that drunken mess UK Night deserves to be anywhere near that title. I'm with you with that. So, I'll tell you what. I'll get my boys to deal with Aj Foxx, because let's be honest, your boys, I don't know if they'll be able to handle him. No offense, but yeah, and then you guys can take on that drunken mess. Perfect. It's gonna feel great to finally taste a world title. Taste the, well, Anderson, if you really wanted to win the world title, maybe should keep UK Knight or AJ in the ring, because the only chance you've got at winning the world title is by pinning one of them. You really think you can pin me? Really? You? The guy's name who was Biker and didn't even come out on a bike and lost to an aging CM Punk? You pin me. I mean, that's another thing I liked about you, Anderson. You have a wild imagination. Let's not get into who's going to win. We'll show that later tonight. You got AJ. Your boys got AJ. My boys got UK. Speak soon. I think I'm in trouble. Yeah. People, it is time to kick off the night with the women's CAW Women's World Championship match. It'll be a three-way ladder match between the Psychopath, Akari Haru, the Succubus, Christy Kolanov, and the Rage, or the Rager, whichever one you prefer, Rebecca. Here comes Akari Haru, who has been a world champion on this channel before. Didn't get the reign that she deserved. I mean, EWE Weekly, she was the first and I believe the only women's champion, I believe. Here she comes to this haunted sounding music to reclaim yet another world title. Her presence alone sends shockwaves down the women's division. Here she comes. She shares the ring with two newcomers tonight. Oh, she doesn't even come down to a theme song. She comes down to this terrifying sounding, what, kids lullaby? Or something? Yeah, it fits her perfectly. Sold out arena here for the first ever CAW pay-per-view, for the first ever CAW Hotter Than Hell. The lights come up and the music fades shortly after. People, I'm sure you can tell just by the music where this person represents. Here she comes for her wrestling debut. Rebecca Alexia.
До Приазовья, от Курил до Приднестровья, от Донецка до Кремля. Это родина моя.
Here she comes, representing Russia. Proudly, it seems. Rebecca Alexia storming down to the ring, with a strut full of pride. shouting something in Russian to the fans. If you can't tell, she is Russian. Just pay attention to that WSB logo glowing in the light, the sponsor of this great event. WSB, spoken about this quite a lot in Spain actually. But again, huge thanks to them for sponsoring CAW. And people, the second debuter of this match.
Maybe it's not like you to call me at 2 in the morning with the thunderstorm pouring outside, and I know you too well. You're the devil herself in disguise, with that sweet sugar spell in your eyes, and that lightning strikes when you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the succubus, Christy Kolarov.
I know you feel the pain, let me take it away, then I'll look.
You can just feel her aesthetic. Look at her strutting down to the ring.
Give me your soul, give me your soul.
But tonight, she's not here to take humans. She's not here to take souls. She's here to take the CAW Women's Championship. She has a thing to prove, and so does Rebecca, to be fair. But both of these young women, they have something to prove to the world, and that is what they're willing to bring to the table. Again, never seen either of these women in the ring before. This is their first appearance. What will they do with it? And it's all a big prize to be crowned the first ever CAW Women's World Champion. And this one's underway, a three-way dance ladder match for that title, hanging above the ring. The only way this match will end is if one of them women grab that title and yank it down, holding it with both hands to signify a new champion, the inaugural champion, and everybody waiting, just stalking, waiting for their chance to strike. Looks like Rebecca telling Christy to bring it on, and Christy does! Big clothesline, drilling her to the floor. And now snapmare, big soccer ball kick as they call it. And now she turns her eyes to the veteran saying, I want some of you. I want to test my skills. I want to show everyone what I've got. Big knee to the midsection, waist lock up, and Rebecca from behind now strikes. And Akari saying, hold on, I was having a big fight with a succubus here. And now here we go, the psychopath and the succubus going at it, and Akari's head slammed straight into the mat. And now Kari's in trouble here, gets her arm, very technical, this Christy woman. Nice maneuver there, I'm not even quite sure what that was. Double stomp, gets evaded. And now a boot to the midsection. Akari's going to show her some sort of technical moves. What's she doing here? Look at the control Akari has over Christy's body. Slamming her back down. And now here we go. I'm expecting some brutality here from Akari Haru. It's her favourite thing. Her favourite thing in the world is to inflict harm and pain onto others. And that is exactly what is she doing here, with unprotected forearms to the back of the neck of Christy Kolarov. Now what's she doing here? Some sort of crossroads. Shout out Cody Rhodes. Boy, Akari saying, is this really what the next generation of women have to offer? And oh no, Akari, Crimson Clouds. Christy might have been biting off a lot more than she can chew. We're going straight for the veteran of the match. And now Rebecca now running back into that ring, trying to get some action for getting thrown out. Oh, Christy tried a chop block there. Akari not phased, hardly felt it. Christy saying, hey, that wasn't me, you must be feeling things, maybe having a spasm in the back of your knee. And now here we go. Two of the newbies, two of the novices teaming on the veteran. This is what you got to do when someone has more experience combined than the both of you in that ring. And Christy with a lovely missile drop kick. That didn't last for long. Saying it's all too easy. And now challenging Rebecca in a running clothesline. Shades of what we saw at the beginning of this match, actually. With that sharp knee. Look at that takedown by Christy. So precise. I am liking what we are seeing from these two women. Again, the debuts. Not expecting anything too wild. But they are showing us exactly why they belong in the spot that they are in. And now Christy going to do the same move again, showing off to the fans as she leaves Rebecca in just a crumbled heap. And look at the succubus now showing off, hypnotising the fans. Look at her yawning, saying this is too easy. Oh my God! A ladder straight to the skull. Thrown by Akari. Rebecca rolled out the ring, ran after her at ringside, but I don't think Christy's okay. She just got a ladder lobbed at her skull. Now into the barricade goes Rebecca, and oh no, Akari setting her up for a big boot. Thanks to the barricade there, and now she grabs them steel steps, just throws it right onto the chest. And oh no, what is Akari doing? Grabbing a table now. I thought she was going to grab something else, like a ladder or something. Talking to that fan, and just dumps the table right at her, burying her in the stairs and the table. Now to the top goes Akari. No, 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 no! Leg drop crushing! Rebecca, Alexia through the table. And the steel step. I'm not sure if the steel step was still stacked on her at that time, to be fair. But either way, she was hidden under the debris of which Akari has created. A nice powerbomb into the steps there. And now she's showing off. But wait a minute, Christy from behind! Through the middle ropes, a suicide dive, I suppose, and that's supposed to be. Taken down the psychopath, a lovely double chamber kick there. Atomic drop, trips her down. Leg drop. And now Akari, though, straight from behind, getting back into this match, getting back into control. She dumps Rebecca into the barricade. Christy tries jumping at Akari, misses, and manages to hit a nasty elbow drop into Rebecca. It still ends well, though, since she hits whatever the hell that was, slamming Akari full speed into the floor. And now Christy has her chance. She's climbing. She's trying to grab the title here. Fairly early on, if I do say so myself. She's trying to grab it, but it's just avoiding it. It's just not able. Not a good enough grip by Christy. And now she's going to have to deal with two of these women trying to take her down. And what the fuck? Oh, a single knee. Drops her onto a single knee. And now Akari going to take this chance. But Rebecca going to push the veteran down. I don't know what the fuck that was there. Kind of bowing down on the one knee and screaming. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that she said something in Russian. I don't know, though. And now up she goes to try and now be the one to claim this title. She's got one hand on it. This is dangerous for Akari. Managing to use the ladder to get up and slams it down. Well, Rebecca's on it, Crimson Cloud. And now a big dive out to raging Rebecca Alexia. Akari on fire here. Nothing's going to stop this psychopath from winning yet another world title. Over the top rope goes Christy. And now Akari is basically alone. She is alone in that ring. She's going to take her chances at grabbing the title now. She gets one hand on it. She gets two. It's Akari's time. But Rebecca's there. Rebecca stops What could have been the ending to the match? And Akari fighting back. And there goes Rebecca off the ladder. But she might have just stalled for enough time. Akari can't reach it, can't get a good grip on. What is Christy doing? Christy! Get in the ring! What are you doing? You're throwing your chances here. She's climbing a ladder with her. Is she dumb? Do succubuses have like a minus IQ or something? What's she doing? Rebecca said, oh, for God's sake, I guess I'll take it on myself then to climb up here and stop her, considering Christy's not doing it. Akari now just striking her down and saying, oh no. And saying, I can stand tall just like you, kiddo. Akari, what's she doing? Jumps down and collapses the ladder. I think she looked for a clothesline but kind of misjudged herself, but she can't take a moment for a breather because now Rebecca is trying to grab that title with two arms and Akari doesn't know what to do. She's hanging in the middle of the ring. Call Logan Paul, and wait a minute, here comes Akari, top rope, oh my God, where did Christy come from? Double spear, and every woman in this match is down. What on earth have I just seen? I don't think I've seen anything like it. Christy coming up at the nick of time. But what for? Rebecca over the top rope now. Akari's alone. Gonna look to take this one home. And she's trying to reach. She's always got two hands on it. Who's this? Who's this who's just ended the... Well, there's no debating who this guy is with. Well, what's he doing? Oh no, Akari powerbomb! Doesn't even follow her on the way down, just drops her. Whoever this guy is, it's just screwed Akari out with the damn title. And I'm going to take a wild guess during judging over his overalls that he is with Rebecca. He's left. And speaking of, here we go. Rebecca now climbing, but Christy sees her chance. Struggling to get out, strike to the boot. And now strike to the inner knee. The succubus now, despite these chances, clearly going to Rebecca. Christy is going to take her. What an uppercut. It's now Christy's time to claim the CAW Women's Division. And she's about to grab the title. No one's there to stop her, but Akari's back up, and now she's trying to stop the succubus. Rebecca's out like a light. Oh, using the ladder to her advantage, and Christy falls, and Akari trying to get her footing right, trying to grab the title now. She gets in a grip, it's not moving anywhere, double arms on it, but Rebecca on by the ropes, drops the ladder, she's dizzy, but Akari drops with the title. Akari Haru. Yet again making waves in the women's division. She is the first, she is the inaugural CAW Women's Champion. It is the psychopath Akari Haru.
Check out WSB for insane action figure wrestling, blood, drama, 5-star classics. SB has it all. Check it out in the description.
People, welcome back after that mini break. And we're about to crown the inaugural CAW Tag Team Champions. 4 tag teams, 1 being added on as a surprise. We've never seen these two in the ring. Antonio Beverly and Jake Hyperspeed York. The private function, as I'm sure you can tell from their theme. Look at them, full of energy, ready to bring home the tag team titles. And next up is the mystery duo. I do remind you that the CAW tag titles are intergender, and this is a prime example. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the cosplay couple, Jordan Ryder and Kyoko. Wrestling's cosplay couple. Jordan Ryder has been making scenes on MPW, growing, making sure he reaches to the top. And what a way to show how much you've grown by winning the tag team championships, the CAW tag team championships, with your partner. Got some sort of, I believe this is from popular mainstream anime My Hero Academia themed attires here. Looks like Kyoko is going as Toga and Jordan Ryder as Darby. Interesting attires, looks nice, I won't lie, but looks as one half of the battle. Presentation is one half of the battle, should I say. What determines a champion is your hard work and dedication to winning the titles that will be put on the line in a few moments. And now usually when you hear this music, you started to learn that this is your fight or flight response time. Usually it belongs to Flash Jade, but we're seeing two other members of the Red Star tribe here tonight. We have Lee the Soul Piercer True, or the Soul Piercer Lee True, I'm not actually quite sure. And we also have the strongest woman, I believe, of the tribe, Carmella Scar. You can see her, she's got that like little vest on, similar to what Flash Jade wears as he walks down to the ring. I believe that signifies that you are the strongest. So got this little chain whip you can see there on her arm. Don't know what she's got that for, to be completely honest. That's kind of terrifying. But hey, I guess it is no DQ. I mean, she can technically use that if she really wants to. Use anything. First time seeing these two in the ring. Gonna be interesting to see what Flash Jade's, well, I don't want to say it, but I guess you would say underlings are like. Do they deserve to be under the reign of a very dominant wrestler, let's be honest? Sharing the top two spots with Dante Hero. Of course, we are talking about Flash Jade here. You want to talk about dominance, here is a veteran and his older brother. Whenever they want to show up. There they are.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 415 pounds.
The Golden Winged Angel and the Dark Horse. You want to talk about accomplishments, you want to talk about domination. Well, here you are, look no further than Hayden Newman and his older brother Daniel. Hayden has accomplished a lot in his well, past few years. Quite a lot, to be fair, quite a lot to go over. Dan has recently just joined the wrestling scene, and he is not a pushover, let me tell you that much. But there's one thing that I don't really remember Hayden doing, and that is really being a tag team player. He's usually the solo man. Usually going for the world titles, maybe even sometimes the mid-cards, but we'll see how this fares. We are underway, and look at the chaos in the ring already. Everyone's just flying all over the place. How the hell do you keep up with this? Alabama slam though, rotates it round, drops Jordan. Shoulder tackle by Carmella there. I'm just trying to keep up with whatever the hell I can see. Kyoko's getting dominated by these quick strikes from Lee. And the one that you need to the Dark Horse. Shout out John Subaru. At least it looked like a one that you need. It might have been a fall from heaven. I don't actually... Oh, feet are on the ropes. It was a cover, but Jordan did break it up. It was one of the two. They're very similar maneuvers. Roll off on Jordan now. Kick out. Dan gets back in the ring. Kyoko is out with a super kick to Lee. Kyoko now grabbing something of her own. This Singapore cane just gets absolutely clobbered on the way back into the ring. And we see High Fly in action. Everybody's just fucking flying around. It's so hard to keep up with. I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we go. Running power slam to Antonio Beverly. One half of the private function now rolling outside the ring. Big sling blade by the other half. Jake the Hyperspeed York into the cover but doesn't get anything. Everyone's just going bloody wild. Again, how do I keep a footnote on this? Big Hurricane Rana. Combinations now settling in. It looks like the Newmans are starting to get a little bit of possession in this match. Nice GTS roundhouse. Was that Jordan who just chucked a chair at Jake York's head? Why is there so many things being thrown tonight? First the ladder in the women's match straight into Christie's face, and now the chair. Wait a minute. Kill switch, as he liked to call it in the past, the Neo switch. Very creative name, I know. What the hell even was that? That looks like a botched crossroads. And a big choke slam to Carmella, and both the members of the private party enter in the ring at the same time. What is going on here? Big DDT. Hayden at ringside. Cover broken up. Antonio also heading out. What is Hayden grabbing here? He's grabbing a table. But Antonio from behind, Antonio Beverly. And now off the barricade and an axe handle. That is the speed of this man. Of course, you've got to think this is... there is a lot of debuts tonight. This is your proving ground. This is make or break almost. Even if you don't win. What is Antonio doing here? He knows it's make or break. Looking for something. Jordan Ryder! Oh my God! Jordan Ryder pushes Antonio Beverly down and he crashes the Golden Winged Angel through the table. It probably took both of them out. Yeah, Antonio's laying down near the apron. Or below the apron. And now stomps to Jordan Ryder. And now even more. What was I saying? Yeah, even if you don't win the tag titles, you at least want to make yourself known. You at least want people to say, oh, remember that guy who did that. That's how you get your word around. That's how you climb. As long as you have the skill to back it up, that is how you climb the industry. What is happening here with Jake York? No, Lee reverses, now strikes by the Soul Piercer. Manages to get out of the power bombs position, super kick. And he's showing off them abs, to be fair. But, like, I would as well if I was him. And now, power bomb into the standing chair and the barricade. Good night, Jake York. And Carmella now, no. Carmella Scar gets reversed. And it's Jordan Ryder with a lovely drop kick off the middle rope. I thought Carmella was still wearing like the vest thing in the ring then. I was going to question if that was like safe, because I'm going to guess that that's some sort of like prestigious tribal item. I'm not quite sure. We'd have to ask someone. I don't know who we'd have to ask. Maybe her herself. Throws her away, and now Jordan, big splash! And ringside, here we go. These two recovering from whatever the hell we just saw before. Oh, big low blow, it is legal. It is legal since, well, again, it is no DQ. Now into the barricade, and Antonio Beverly is stunned. The private function is not in a good way here. Antonio takes a drive-by knee. He's just getting laughed at. Well, his tag team partner, Jake York, is just a crumpled heap next to that chair and that barricade. Now going to help his older brother, Kyoko. I think she just wasn't checking her surroundings too well. And now being helped up. It's nice, like, I want to say it's a Deadpool and Wolverine entire two cosplays going on, if you think about it. What the hell is going here? Oh no, not the hardest part on the ramp! Oh, her foot did touch it. And now they're just torn in. Jordan Ryder, Kyoko's partner, is too busy fighting for his life in the ring to know what the hell is happening on that ramp. I think he might have heard the scream or something. Yeah, he did. Look, he's turning around now. So why don't you fight me? Oh no, here we go. Just a battle with the ego, I guess. Couldn't help himself but run into the ring. Almost ate a super kick. And oh, talking of the ego, and a chop right to the throat. Big elbow by Jordan. Jordan now rolls under and a tornado DDT. And he's saying suck it again. You know, this Jordan Ryder full of energy. Don't stop. Can't stop. And won't stop. Then a big thrust to the throat again, and tries to punch him in the back. But Jordan actually just, I don't know if that hit or not. He tried to get a nasty forearm shot to the back. Big reversals going on here. Jordan rolls through. What a lovely kick. What a sequence by these two. They seem to know each other quite well, match each other's speed quite well. Oh, and there's another low blow. Wasn't expecting a fair result, I guess. A fair result at the end of that sequence, and a big knee. And the Golden Ring Angel, look at him torn in again. I guess it is technically fair. No DQ. It is slightly underhanded though. There is just a brawl going on all throughout this arena. Wait a minute, caught him! Ride or die! Finishing maneuver, quickly goes into the cover to win the tag championships, and no one's in the ring. Wait, look at Lee! Lee True from off the top turnbuckle, breaking up the ping in the nick of time. But hold on a second. Ride or die! Boy, GKO! Oh my god, it's just a finisher fest. Into the cover now on Lee after the ride or die, but it's a kick out on 2. Now into the cover on Jordan after the GKO. But it's a kick out on 2. This match stays ongoing. Not liking the hearing of that. Complaining that the ref takes a soul kick. Jordan, again, like I said, don't stop, can't stop, and won't stop. And what is he doing? Sizing Lee up! Oh my god! Is that? I don't think that's healthy for the human body to spin in the air like that. How the hell did he even manage it? Off the ropes, big splash, but rolls out of the way. Lee's crawled more up the ramp. GKO scouted it this time. Jawbreaker there, and a big drop kick. Jordan tries to catch him in midair. Oh, big knee. Big boot, no, reversal, throws the leg down straight into a DDT, learning from last time where the Golden Ring Angel managed to recover instantly and doing it again. Picked up off the ropes. Tries to look something like, see, these two know each other so well for some reason. I don't think they've ever shared a ring before, to my knowledge. You know, you've got to think this young Jordan... Wait a minute! Oh! Inside out GKO! And now he's looking for the ace, covering this new finishing manoeuvre, but it's Antonio Beverly saving the match. Good for Antonio, good for everyone else, but wait a second! Ride or die! Into the cover quickly! Everybody's down, I think! But Antonio kicks out! Only just. Wait a minute, again! Oh God! It was more of a backward shoulder tackle than it was a whatever. I think it's supposed to be the inside out cutter, but and now Jordan gets out the ring. The Golden Winged Angel is in the ring alone, but Lee now getting up and saying, "Bring it on, bitch." Who's that? Oh no. Oh no. Surrounded by the tribe. He's saying, "Bring it on." The crossbody, big knee right to the jaw, and now they're just stomping on him. Over and over and over and over. And here comes Dan trying to get some help, but no. Lee Chu throws himself over the top rope. And everybody's fighting up this ramp. We've got Kyoko up there, we've got Lee up there, we've got Jordan Ryder up there. We've got loads of them. Big chop, GKO, big reversal, nice, had it scouted, saw him coming. And now just walking around with a Golden Winged Angel powerbomb time, rotating. Powerbomb. Oh, referee looked like he tripped up there. But in comes Jordan, he's done with his brawling on the ramp. Now a big strike right to the forearm and a big knee. Now get Taden up and Carmella now rolling outside the ring. Carmella Scar back on her back. Pause. Big super kick right to the jaw. But wait, straight back up. This is what I mean, these two. They just have the same speed. They know exactly what the other one's going to do. Into the referee. Jordan saying, "Ref, move." So as I think that was the ref's fault. Big powerbomb once again. Rinse and repeat. Almost the same position as well, I'm pretty sure. Big Irish whip now. Big forearm. And now another one of those splashes. And saying, "Suck it," but Carmella now back up to her feet, seeing that everybody's distracted on the ramp. Again in the ring, but she might have just sealed her own fate. Jordan Ryder, ride or die! Ride or die! He's taking a moment, but no! No, wait a minute, no, wait, not like this! He stole it! He stole the win! Jordan doesn't know what just hit him! People, your first ever CAW Tag Team Champions! Was it deserved? I mean, smart plays, but it is a little bit, again, underhanded. Stole the win right from under Jordan Ryder's nose. He was just trying to recover. Find himself where he is. All that ride or die must have taken the energy out of him.
Yeah, so I called them Legacy boys, they're Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, yeah, and they were both talking to each other, yeah, and you know what they said, they were going to team on us, yeah, and they're teaming on us in the World Cup in the main event tonight, yeah.
Calm the fuck down. What are you saying? Speak slower.
Shit, they're basically, yeah. Them Legacy boys, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, they're gonna be teaming on us in the main event tonight. And they're gonna try and beat us down and make it a one-on-one match. Yeah, I heard them in the parking lot.
Okay. So by the Legacy boys, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, I'm gonna take a wild guess that you mean Anderson Buckley and Brandon Prince. Wrong legacy, but okay.
I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. We've got the main event very soon. There's just one more match, yeah. And we're in trouble.
What we need to do is we need to search for some people who'd be willing to help us. to be honest, I don't know who around here would want to help us, especially when I've got the world title. I might have to honestly offer them a future world title shot if they help us even the odds a little bit. But there again, who the hell could actually help us go against the Syndicate and the Legacy at the same time?
I don't know, man. This is even more scary than the Weatherspoons closing down for maintenance. Should we maybe split up and see who will help us out?
I mean, we could. If you know anybody who lives nearby, maybe we can make like a call or something. We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Actually, you know what, yeah, I know one person who's here tonight, yeah, and if they haven't left already, it's one of the women, yeah, they can help us out.
All three women in that match were really fucking good. They'd really help us out. Just... there's no one I really owe any favours to. Oh, god damn it. And also, okay, let's say we do get enough people to help us deal with the Syndicate and the Legacy at the same time. What are we gonna do afterwards? Just have a one-on-one ourselves?
Yeah, I guess so. I would love to go one-on-one for the CAW World title with the Fox, AJ Sargent.
Okay, you've got to be doing that on purpose. But I'm not gonna correct you, there's literally no time. Hold on a second, I think the next match is the Legacy taking on the Mafia for the Trios titles. Not being funny, but I don't think that match is going to last long.
Yeah, the Mafia are going to make quick work of him, yeah.
Him and... you know what? Yeah, sure, I don't have time to correct you. UK, you search the right half of the building, I'll search the left half, I'll just see if there's anybody I can convince with a future world title shot. I refuse to let my title go to the hands of some cheaters who don't deserve it.
Yeah, I got you, fam. Yeah, my family, ding dong, my broski. I've got you. I'm gonna search the right side of the building. Yeah, and then I'm gonna invite them to Weatherspoons, and I'm gonna offer them a free Stella, and maybe even a free Yorkshire pudding, or maybe even a free roast dinner if they help us out.
Right. Yeah, you do that. I'll talk to you just before our match, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the co-main event of CAW Hotter Than Hell. We will see the Legacy go up against the Mafia for the Trios titles.
Is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Introducing first, representing the Legacy from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Bruiser.
O'Connor! Of course, the... is it... No. Let me talk about this first, actually. It's a little bit weird that Jack O'Connor and, well, I'm going to suppose Dave Leonard, the RA, the Ruthless Aggression, they don't usually come out separately. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Maybe they're just making room for whoever is going to wrestle with them tonight, and I think, to be honest, I think I can guess who is going to be the third member.
Representing the Legacy from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 330 pounds, the Machine, Dave
the strength department of the Legacy. Of course, they've got all bases covered at this point. Especially after CAW Spain, where we saw the most recent member of the Legacy, Alpha Omega, join the group, making it even more stronger than it already is. This may be the best the Legacy have looked in years, if ever. And it only leaves time for one last person. You hear that first beat, you know exactly who it is. The newest member of the Legacy Boys. It is the former EWE World Champion, the former EWE European Champion, Alpha Omega. Or as he's calling himself now, the anti-hero, Alpha Omega. This man, well, he's been a little bit inactive over the past year or so. Over the past few years, should I say. Nothing like his, well, as people would say, his prime. His prime beating the, at that point, undefeatable Tyler Arkinson. Oh, almost unbeatable. He would have lost one match by the point of the Immortal 1 main event. Alpha Omega, second ever EWE World Champion ever in history, and the first ever EWE European Champion in history. He has made a brilliant name for himself. I do not remember the first, great camera work by the way, I do not remember the first time, what his first match was. But, well, it doesn't matter now. All that we know is that he's came a long way from EWE to get to where he is today. And now, here come the Mafia. The Mafia and the Legacy, well, Matthew Harbour at least, who is standing ringside for this match. I would like to say that they have some sort of, I wouldn't say history, but it's some sort of beef with the Legacy. I mean, Jack O'Connor curb stomped that guy in the suit. Evan Woodburn, I believe his name is. He curb stomped him quite literally on the curb. I'm not quite sure how he's still walking like nothing happened. I don't know who this other guy is. And also, obviously, Matthew Harbour did beat Enzo in that match. Alpha Omega, of course, attacked Enzo afterwards, so the Mafia is not gonna stand for that. Evan in a suit, I'm not sure if they get the memo of wrestling. I mean, Enzo can hold his own fairly well. We've seen in solo competitions, he hasn't been very lucky in them, but these other two, I don't know, man, I haven't seen them ever. And now look at Jack O'Connor straight out of the gate. This is the absolute aggression you expect. And a big knee. He looked over to Alpha while he did that. Probably a reference or something to Alpha's brilliant maneuver, the Omega knee, which has killed someone at one point. Takes down Enzo. Will that be enough? Enzo might be suffering from the fatigues of the last match that he had. Of course, not long ago, he was beaten down by Brandon Prince, and he was also obviously taken down by Matthew Harbour. He was also taken down by Alpha Omega. So yeah, I mean, Enzo might not be 100% fit, maybe not the smartest choice for him to be starting this match off the ropes. Jack O'Connor with a big forearm. And he's feeling it. Now off the ropes again in a jumping neck breaker. The Legacy. Well, Jack O'Connor at least with a big splash, really having this match very tied up at the beginning stages. Enzo trying to bring it back now for the Mafia, but Jack O'Connor straight back at it. Big strike by Enzo. Enzo tries to go for a big boot, but Jack O'Connor has him scouted. Powerbomb! No, Mafia kind of play. Wait a minute, BFT! Blunt force trauma! Blunt force trauma! And now in comes Dave Leonards. This match could be over already. It might be game. This is your legacy, Enzo. Suicide solution by Dave. And what is he doing now? Tag to Alpha. This is your legacy in its game. And there we go. One person took it off the ropes. And now that guy took it off the ropes. I still don't know his name. And now Alpha setting up. Omega knee. This is your legacy. And it's game. The inaugural trio, CAW Trios champions, ladies and gentlemen. It is the legacy. Did you have any doubt? At least they made it quick and painless. No, maybe not painless. Alpha celebrating with his title on the ring. The RA gonna let him celebrate. He's gotten out, so they're getting in. Gonna do their little celebration. Brandon and Matthew watch from ringside. The legacy take the trio's gold. To be honest, I don't think that's going to be going anywhere for a little while. Look at him just pacing around the ring now. Brandon, he needs to get going backstage because he's got a world title match in less than like 5 minutes. He's looking, I think he knows, yeah, making a quick exit now. Matthew staring at that gold. Alpha, I think he's going around to Brandon now. What a return for Alpha Omega, winning the trio's gold in under a few minutes. Brandon celebrating with his newest member. It's just a scary fact that the legacy could have even more gold in just a few moments' time. So we'll have to find out about that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. It will be a fatal four-way match for the CAW World Championship. It will be Aj Foxx defending up against Anderson Buckley, Brandon Prince, and UK Knight. And you can only guess who this is. I wonder. Here comes UK Knight, yeah, Stella, and all that stuff. So there is something I want to talk about. Apparently UK Knight spotted Anderson Buckley and Brandon Prince speaking before the show, I believe. And apparently they're planning on teaming and ruining this main event, making it a one-on-one between the two leaders of their own factions. Of course, typical four-way dance rules. No DQ, no count-outs. Pinfalls and submissions must take place in the ring to be counted. The champion can lose their title without even being pinned. Now, here comes the Rogue Prince, representing the legacy, the leader of the legacy. It is Brandon Prince, former MPW World Champion. I believe this man is genuinely one of the greatest to ever grace the ring, and he hasn't even really won a lot of titles. but just his name alone sent shockwaves down the spines of the locker room. He is here to claim the CAW World Championship. Slams the steel steps. Listen out to the crowd. The crowd, they boo him. Some of them cheer him. They cheer him on his athleticism, on his just pure wrestling skill. Others boo him for his arrogance, his dirty way of doing things. I believe he's got an attire based off of Virgil from hit series Devil May Cry. That's what the sword was. There's no five out real quick. It's kind of great kayfabe, but there's no katana in 2K. Anyway, here comes Anderson Buckley. We haven't seen this man here for a few years. Some may say years. We haven't seen him on the channel since early EWE, where he debuted. He's been spending most of his time in MPW under his new faction, the Syndicate. He has definitely grown ever since I last saw him here. He's ready to take home what I believe is his first ever world title. Yeah, no, it would be. He's never won a world title before. Anderson Buckley gonna make sure that he ends that statistic tonight. The Syndicate behind him, and supposedly the Legacy. UK Knight and Aj Foxx having to find a few people backstage to kind of help them and bribe them with future championship opportunities and Weatherspoons and Stella and stuff. But here he comes, the inaugural CAW World Champion, the Surgeon, Aj Foxx, who currently, can I just point out that this man is the only guy in the World Title Conference. Whereas if he wins here tonight, then it just stays the same. But if he loses the title to either UK Knight, Brandon Prince, or Anderson Buckley, whoever wins the conference will have to face whoever's the world title at the end of this, world champion at the end of this, if it isn't Aj Foxx. If you don't know how it works, is if you come first in the conference, you will face, you will be the number one contender, and you will face the champion at some point, probably the next pay-per-view. Of course, the conference isn't really ended yet, we've still got quite a while to go, but just saying for future reference. Aj Foxx is currently the champion, and he is in the conference. However, if he loses tonight, of course he won't be the champion, so he'll have to win the conference to try and get it back. Either way, I'll go over that in a more simpler turn soon. We need to get ready, because this has the making of being the greatest four-way dance match I have ever seen. And now here we go, the question being answered. It looks like the two leaders are matching up. The Legacy Syndicate is born for just this once, and they're going in on UK Knight and Aj Foxx. I am very on the edge of my seat just to see who UK Knight and Aj Foxx have got to help them out. So they're going to need some strong numbers to take care of the Legacy and the Syndicate. UK Knight now managing to take down Anderson Buckley, tries to take out Brandon Prince, doesn't manage yet. Anderson Buckley now with a big punch right to the cheek, getting a receipt back in the back suplex on the hardest part of the ring. Wait a minute, who's that? He just jumped the barricade. Oh no, it's Kyle Lai. It's already happened already. Kyle Lai, the muscle of the Syndicate, coming in aid of his leader Anderson Buckley, and they're already separating UK Knight from AJ. And what is Kyle doing here? and just drops him on the concrete in front of the fans. The fans love UK Knight. They love his ridiculousness. They're going to be disappointed to see that. Kyle Lai, another guy who has been in EWE, didn't really do much. If I would say a jobber. Now Anderson Buckley, what is this? Throws UK Knight, and Kyle Lai chucks steps as he runs to his doom. Anderson now getting back in the ring, probably to help with Aj Foxx, and no, power bomb to the Stella-loving maniac UK Knight on them steps. His back could be broken, and a big drop kick to AJ. Now here we go, these two teaming like they said they were. Pure royalty stunner. Picks AJ up, the world champion in trouble here. Canadian rack DDT. Brandon shouting his head off. Showing this is what you get. Double underhook now. Big suplex. And now Anderson Buckley from off the top, the range of that elbow drop. That is wild. Akari Haru comes sprinting down, but Brandon Prince just jumps out of the ring and hits her with a horrible clothesline. Akari Haru coming to aid of Aj Foxx and UK Knight, but she should have been a lot more subtle about it. I think Brandon saw her coming. Should have seen that. He did like some sort of buckshot maneuver outside the ring. It was basically a running buckshot lariat. Now traps her into an armbar. That is the CAW Women's Champion. Look at the barricade. It's Antonio Bethany. But there's Dave Leonard to equal up the scores again. Oh, God. Wait, hold on a second. Dave Leonard, suicide solution. And the private function are here. But so are the other members of the Legacy and the Syndicate. Demon Hunter now here to stop any outside interference. Bang! Canadian Destroyer. Now Anderson Buckley ducks under. No, AJ Foxx with a clothesline. There are brawls and just chaos ensuing at ringside. Luckily nobody's gotten in the ring yet. Now elbows to Buckley. Now Kyle Lai still doing his domination on ringside to UK Knight. Stomping on his head. And AJ Foxx to the rescue. The surgeon now realising that even if he wants a shot at defending his championship, it's not going to come down to his skill. It's going to come down to the allies. And UK Knight saying, you bring him over here. And AJ saying, yes sir, whips him in to the BFT. Oh my God. Kyle Lai goes flying. And I mean the Stella drop, not the BFT. And now these two gonna go try to clear the walkways. Dave Leonard, oh my God. Collapses AJ before he can even think about it. Now just stomping down on the world champion. And oh God, these shots to the to the back of the neck. These forearms to the back of the neck. Spanish fly by Demon Hunter. Oh boy, the airways have not been clean. But wait a minute, Akari might be back into it. Big punch though, doesn't fall over. Pure royalty stunner by Brandon Prince. And look at the crowd. Jack O'Connor now against Jake Hyperspeed York. That's a BFT. And now, oh God. The Legacy Syndicate taking total control like they said they would. We have crowd fighting going on. Jake York dragged into the deep pits of the crowd by Jack O'Connor. With Dave Leonard now attacking the world champion, we have UK Knight who's been just trampled by Demon Hunter. We have the women's champion, Akari Haru, just being put into a world of hurt by Brandon Prince. And did you see that by Dave Leonard using the barricade and slamming Aj Foxx's head on it in the powerbomb position. And look, even more crowd brawling now. The private function have been torn apart. Antonio Beverly now getting his fucking carcass rearranged by that baseball bat, that barbed wire baseball bat by Alpha Omega. UK Knight now trying to lead back, trying to get control back of this match. This isn't a match, this is a war, and slams him into the barricade. Demon Hunter goes down. UK Knight running to the other side of the ring now, and still these forearms are going off. Dave Leonard, this tough SOB, how the hell do you take him down? Clothesline. Oh, Dave Leonard doesn't go down. Aj Foxx gets up though, tries to strike him. Oh, was he leaning on the barricade? I couldn't tell. But now comes Dave Leonard. AJ trying to strike back, but he just acts like nothing happened. And now look out. Suicide solution. But out of nowhere, stellar drop by UK Knight, catching this muscled menace off guard. And now AJ Foxx, missile dropkick going to help Akari. Big knee to the face of Brandon Prince. Akari realising that, yeah, this is her ally. Now big strike, big reversal by Brandon Prince. Big strike, big reversal by AJ Foxx. Big strike and an enziguri to the surgeon. Big elbow to Akari. And the Pure Royalty stunner once again. Akari just can't get anything in. And now AJ Foxx. No. AJ Foxx thrown into the crowd. We know the legacy is just lurking in there. Brandon Prince wants to go and make a personal visit. Pure Royalty stunner. Talking trash to the world champion. Meanwhile, in the ring, UK Knight catches. Now bang! High elevated spinebuster into the cover now. Kick out by Anderson Buckley. Big knee. Anderson back up. And a poison Rana. Into the cover now by Anderson. Could he win the title? No, he can't. UK Knight with the kick out at one. Big strike. Or big forearm. No, big reversal. Big boot by Anderson Buckley, who traps UK Knight into the turnbuckle, tries to go for a slap, feints him out with the forearm, but UK just saw it coming. You see the fatigue already started to set in UK Knight, because he's been in multiple brawls already around the arena. And here we go, Anderson Buckley, bang! Hammerlock DDT, and look at him posing. 2 beats to the chest. His heart beats for the Syndicate. And now lifts him up on his shoulder. Anderson Buckley, Canadian DDT. Here we go. He's going to do it. He's going to win the CAW World Championship. But Brandon Prince breaks it up at 2. Brandon saying, what the hell are you doing? Flipping him off. And now, Pure Royalty stunner into the cover now on Anderson. This could be it. This could be it. No. Kick out. But wait, UK Knight's now here. UK Knight back into the ring. Pure Royalty stunner to UK Knight. What is happening? Hooks the leg. Brandon with another chance, but it's Anderson Buckley which is back up. And now trying to just restore order and a big enziguri. I guess the alliance between Syndicate and Legacy is done. They're all fighting in the crowd, for God's sake. UK Knight coming in clutch. Kind of. Well, I mean, he tried. Now what is this by the Rogue Prince? Bow and arrow stretch! Onto Anderson Buckley. How the hell would you get out of something like this? This shit hurts. Rolls through. Manages to loosen the grip with that little shake. And I really can't tell who betrayed who. I guess Anderson Buckley went against the plan. Big German. Anderson Buckley tried to get a pin. I believe the plan was a one-on-one between Brandon Prince and Anderson Buckley once everybody's taken care of in the air. Headbutt. Anderson tried to get away by maybe jumping up, trying to do something from there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking. But Brandon Prince once again managing to get the upper hand. And a big running Hurricane Rana. He's loving them this match. Anderson now runs Brandon off the ropes. Again looking for this German suplex. There's another move that he's really loving and it almost won him the title. Brandon now recovering in the turnbuckle. Anderson screaming. You can see the runways have been cleared because everybody's fighting in the crowd. It's just basically a giant violent mosh pit. And now Avalanche Frankensteiner. And now boot to the midsection. Anderson's gonna do it. Canadian Rag DDT. Anderson to win the title. Anderson to win the title. Here we go. But Aj Foxx, where did it come from? AJ saving this match. And now the Fox lock. Fox lock is in. Fox lock is in. Anderson's gonna tap. Anderson's gonna tap. But no, Brandon with the break up. Wait, Pure Royalty Stunner! What is happening? It's a finisher fest! But AJ keeps this match alive! What is happening here? Another one! Shout out to whoever can keep track of how many Pure Royalty Stunners have been in this match. And Brandon deciding that he wants to pin the champion. Big Insecurity goes wrong. Aj Foxx now locks in the Fox lock on Brandon Prince. Locks it in. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. Brandon Prince. Nobody escapes the Fox lock. Nobody escapes it. He's gonna pass out or he's gonna tap out. Either way, AJ's gonna retain the title. No. The referee getting chucked, getting a chain chucked at his head. Brandon is tapping. Who the hell did that? Who could have possibly done that? Who is on that middle rope? I can't really see them. Oh no, I know that is middle rope cutter. Middle rope cutter and Matthew Harbour. The real deal Matthew Harbour is here to help out the leader of the legacy. Brandon saying, bring him over here. Oh, God. Pure Royalty Stunner now. There's just one thing that's certain. Death taxes. And the legacy having a number advantage for what's happening to Matthew here. Who just dragged him out the ring? It looks like he's seen a ghost. What? Maybe he has seen a ghost. That's Stephen Webb. The man, nearly a year ago, was chucked out of a fucking top of a giant apartment complex or something, an office complex. He's back! How the fuck did he survive? Stephen Webb with the aids to AJ Foxx here. Taking out his best friend. Oh, his former best friend. Bit of rivals. Now, Brandon Prince got distracted. Big shotgun drop kick. And now, again, Foxx lock! Referee could be a bit faster and trying to check there. Having a little leisurely stroll. But either way, AJ Foxx lets it go. Knows that he can't keep it in time before another legacy distraction. So goes for the cover. AJ Foxx to retain the title, but it's Brandon Prince on the shoulders up. How the hell has Brandon Prince kicked out of that one? Oh no, AJ now just complaining to the ref! Low blow! Oh no! And now, Pure Royalty Stunner! And that is that! Brandon Prince takes home the CAW World Championship. What a way to end out the first ever CAW pay-per-view. AJ rolled to the ramp, can't believe what he's seeing. UK Knight trying to just help him out. Stephen Webb, look, he's came out here now. We are in a dark era. And ladies and gentlemen, it's game.